From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We're seeing quiet conditions this Christmas Eve, and we're going to see quiet conditions throughout the rest of tonight and into tomorrow. Temperatures right now are in the 30s here in Lansing and Grand Ledge, 33 degrees in Jackson and Hillsdale. Other temperatures across the area are right around the same, 32 degrees in Coldwater, 32 in Mason, 30 in Howell, and 33 degrees in St. John's. Satellite radar is showing that we're going to continue to see those clouds. Unfortunately, that's going to be the forecast for the rest of this evening and even into Christmas. We could see a little bit of some sunshine, but I still think we'll see mostly cloudy skies. Overall, though, Christmas does remain quiet, and we'll see maybe just a few flakes flying here and there, but I do think it's going to remain quiet and a little bit warmer. Overall, we'll drop back down into the 20s for tonight, but then we're right back up into the 30s for tomorrow. All the full details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at 6 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 6.
On the eve of Christmas, a nonprofit is donating food to help Mid-Michigan families. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rachel Ramsey. Sherry and Siobhan have the day off. Many families are preparing for a big feast this Christmas Eve, but some don't have the funds to afford it. And that's why a nonprofit hosted its annual food drive to help struggling families during the holiday season. Taryn Simmons visited the giveaway and spoke to donors about why they decided to spread some Christmas cheer. Taryn?
Rachel, the Mason Holt Eagles hosted their 5th annual holiday food drive this afternoon in honor of following their motto of people helping people. The event just ended throughout of people helping people.
It's really tough times. Everything's so expensive and stuff right now, so it's probably hard for people to put food on the table.
Peggy DeWitt decided to gift the community with her share of donations at the Mason Holt Eagles holiday food drive this afternoon. She says her and her husband donate every year.
I just feel a need to give back to the community, and there are so many people and kids and stuff that are hungry out there, and it's just a great organization to donate to.
Heather Donovan with the Eagles says they're accepting non-perishable items as well as cash donations.
We are all in need at some point for something, so being able to pay it forward and helping others, it warms our heart just as much as it does the people that it helps.
Last year, she says they collected over 1,000 pounds worth of food.
Our goal is to hopefully, if not at least up it, double it is what we're shooting for.
She says the event is a great way to start the new year, helping one family at a time.
Because there is such a big need over the winter, so we like to give this right after the holidays because it keeps the food going for those that need it, because they need it all year round, not just at the holidays.
If you weren't able to make it but want to send in a donation, visit our website at WLNS.com. Organizers say they're excited for the next year's holiday food drive. Rachel, back to you.
Thank you, Taryn. And it's the most wonderful time of the year. And every year, some people get the idea to surprise someone with a new pet for Christmas. But it's also when shelters, rescues, and pet stores have to deal with an all too familiar problem. Nick Simon is here for you now with what happens when you have to re-gift something that's alive.
That's right, Rachel. Small animals are popular gifts because people think that they'll be less work than a cat or a dog. But that's not always true, and they can be a little harder to rehome than other pets. So we talked to the expert at Prusa's Pet Store to figure out what to do.
And I had a woman come in and she was holding a cup, and it had a small tetra that she had received as a white elephant gift during a holiday party.
It could be a fish, a hamster, or even a spider. But every year, new pets end up under the tree that people aren't prepared to handle.
Realistically, what happens in those situations is those animals are in a detrimental situation. When you are gifting someone a pet like that, you're gifting them all of the responsibility that's going to come with that pet.
People don't always know what to do with an unwanted pet, especially if they don't fit the regular description of a shelter pet, like a dog or a cat. In those situations, your local pet store might be the best option.
We rescue in our reptile department as well as our small animal department as well as our aquatics department. I take the lead on any cases involving Ingham County Animal Control, and we are there to assist them when it comes to needing advice or support in the realm of exotic pets.
But if you're thinking about adding a new furry or scaly member to the family, pet experts say that you should give yourself some time to find a habitat and toys ahead of time so that they're ready to go on the first day, and learn about what your new animal needs.
Every pickup today has been one where they came in 2 to 4 weeks ago, consulted with our staff, made an appointment, and then they came in today to actually get the animal after everything was set up and ready.
If you need a last-minute gift idea, instead of buying a new pet for someone, the safer option is always buying a new toy or a treat for a pet that they already have.
You know, pets can be wonderful, but let's make sure that we're making responsible decisions, and let's use the holiday time as a time to reward and shower those pets with all of the amazing things that they should have to thrive.
And if you do decide to try and surrender a pet at a pet store, you should ask them if they quarantine new animals and if they work with a veterinarian. Those are good signs that this is a safe place to leave a pet for the next family that wants to take them to a forever home. But the most important reminder, don't buy a new pet without asking first.
Thank you, Nick. And work in the state capitol is never done. An election-related bill just cleared the state legislature. Under this bill, someone could not serve as a state or county canvasser if they have been convicted of certain election-related crimes. Canvassers are responsible for reviewing and certifying election processes and results. Under this bill, a long list of election-related crimes would disqualify a person from serving as a canvasser, including soliciting votes, voting multiple times, knowingly publishing false statements about a candidate, voter intimidation, or making a false document pertaining to elections. The bill passed on party line votes, with the House set to review changes made by the Senate in the last day of the session on New Year's Eve. A new move by the FDA could bring major changes to over-the-counter cold and flu medicines. The agency has formally proposed revoking its authorization for a common drug used as decongestant because it just doesn't work. We're talking about phenylephrine, which is used as an ingredient in hundreds of products like Sudafed and Dayquil. The FDA has been skeptical about its effectiveness for years, and academics at the University of Florida have been petitioning the federal government to review the drug. Revoking its authorization would likely push companies to switch to alternative decongestants, including some older drugs that are sold from behind the counter. And Michigan just got a federal grant of almost $500,000 to identify hotspots for one of the most common hazards on our state's roads, wildlife crossings. The Michigan Department of Transportation will work together with the DNR to analyze the state's major trunk line roads and look for ways to reduce the risk of wildlife crashes in the places with highest risk. They will consider both the damage and danger posed by large animals like deer, elk, moose, and bears, as well as the impact on vulnerable species like endangered rattlesnakes and turtles. On average, each year, Michigan drivers crash into 55,000 deer. That makes us number 4 in the country for that kind of crash.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, we are heading into the last day of our Holiday Night Lights feature. So this is our final picture, and this is a photo sent from Stacy Johnston of St. John's, and it shows some inflatable snowmen, and we even are looking at those conditions across the area. We're also going to continue to see those quiet conditions and even into the rest of the day. 1 minute, I need one of those pictures for the Pics on 6. Here I come back into the forecast as we continue to see those mostly clear skies, and we're going to continue to see quiet conditions for Christmas. Let's take a look at what our forecast is looking like. We're going to have those quiet conditions. Now, if you want to see your pictures on Pics on 6 every evening at 6 p.m., you can send them in to WLNS.com/share. Now, let's take a look at those conditions. Now, we're seeing just a little bit of some clouds across the mid-Michigan area. I was seeing sky on our Skyview network, just having those clouds, and we're going to continue to see some cloudy skies for the rest of the night and into tomorrow. Capital Kim, you're looking quiet and dry as we're seeing temperatures into the 30s, feeling like 30 degrees. Again, we're going to continue to see those 30s across the board. 32 degrees in Grand Ledge, feeling like 32 degrees. We're also looking at temperatures into the 30s in Hillsdale, 33 degrees with very calm winds and making us feel like 33 degrees. Jackson, we're only seeing those temperatures into the 30s, 33 degrees. The winds have calmed down, and we're still feeling like 33 degrees. And looking outside on our satellite radar, we do have those cloudy skies, maybe a little bit of some clearing in spots, but again, mostly cloudy skies are going to take us into tonight. We're seeing those cloudy skies because we do have an inversion in place. That means that there is a layer of hot or warmer air aloft, whereas typically it's supposed to go from warm all the way to the cold air into the atmosphere. So because of that level of warmer air, we can't really get rid of that cold air, so we're not seeing those clear skies. Typically with a high pressure system like we're seeing right now, we see clear skies, but that inversion in place, it's going to be tricky to get rid of all of these clouds, but we're still going to stay with the high pressure system into the next couple of days. For tonight, we're going to continue to see those temperatures back into the 30s, about 31 degrees for tonight, maybe into the upper 20s. But overall, it's going to be a good night for Santa to be coming in because we're going to just see cloudy skies in the forecast, maybe a few snow showers here or there, but I still think we're going to stay dry and quiet for tonight and even into tomorrow. So tomorrow, we'll continue to see cloudy skies, very similar to what we saw today, and we'll see those temperatures back into the 30s, 35 degrees with, again, cloudy skies. As we head into the next couple of days, we'll see those temperatures back into the 40s for Wednesday or for Thursday and even into Friday. We'll even see those temperatures for the start of the new year back into the above normal category, which is why we see that red color on the forecast. And that just means that we're going to still see these temperatures where we should not see them for this time of year. So that just means it's going to be a little bit warmer as we head into the 6-day forecast. In fact, by the end of the week, we'll see those temperatures back into the 40s and into the 50s as we head into the weekend with rain showers, which means any of that snow that's on the ground is going to be melting away very quickly.
It's gonna say bye-bye. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Christmas is so close. We're getting closer and closer.
It is. It really is.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any like holiday traditions, Christmas Eve, Christmas that you do with your family?
So I always remembered growing up in my stocking, we'd always have fruit.
Oh.
A fruit and a toothbrush. Like that was like always the go-to. And I don't know why, but I mean,
the Emery household is healthy. They're all about taking care of yourself. Oh my gosh. I love it. Well, thank you for sharing, Kelsey. And coming up, thousands of workers for